We's live.
Live.
That's why. That's why I'm trying to give you a little warning. I'm like, hey, we're going live.
He's like, shut up.
Hunting stuff with J&J made it first. It was good to see you hunting stuff with J&J. Oh, yeah. It's good to see you, my brother from another mother. How's life treating you? So hunting stuff with J&J is not really.
J&J made it first.
Oh shoot! Rookie
it could be me too.
Stuff with J&J.
There we go. My apologies.
Mine too.
You did it too. Yeah. So he's not that far from me. So we gotta do a collab, dude.
I still taste that garlic.
Maybe get some guns together and do some target practicing or something, or I don't know, something. I know hunting's right around the corner, so you're not really going to be able to do much of that. Go,
I don't think Eddie would want to kiss for me today because I seriously still taste that garlic. I think I just ate way too much garlic for the day.
You don't want to kiss her because she's got garlic breath, and I've got sawdust all over me from working on the house today. In fact, I still got to work on the house after this dream. So, but we wanted to make this happen. But
so in other words, you're saying what our topic of discussion today should be kind of along the lines of both probably dumpster diving and scrapping. That everyone does it differently. Everyone has their own ways, and addressing comments that we might have gotten.
Absolutely. I think it's a great way to go. And I think anybody else, in their niche too, they can talk about comments that they received that are totally contradictory to what you're doing. And you're like, but that's not what I'm doing, But absolutely. Heart site, welcome, thumbs up, high five. Me and Crystal were talking about comments that some of our viewers, say, and some of it is just absolute redonkulous.
I know. Bring the gloves. Bring the gloves.
Bring gloves and the magnet. Absolutely. Bring the gloves, but the magnet's a must too. I mean, they go hand in hand. Get it?
See, the thing is I don't mind comments like that. I can kind of laugh those ones off.
Well, yeah, no, it's cool.
Imply other things. Like I've gotten even in the dumpster diving, I've gotten the comments of, I don't think you really take that stuff. You just claim you do, or you don't really donate it because you don't show yourself donating. And I'm like, I respect everyone's privacy. I do not want to record someone against their will or someone that doesn't know I'm recording, just to show that I'm donating. And a lot of times if you're donating to someone that's kind of lower, like income, in a bad spot. They don't want their face plastered all over YouTube. And why would I take all that time to pull all that stuff out of the dumpster just to go and throw it right back in the dumpster after the video?
I mean, in all honesty, why the hell would you lie about something like that? I mean, seriously, yes, there are some ignorant people that try to make themselves look good, and they make some dumpster divers look bad. But you're definitely not one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like I've never said I didn't sell things. I've said it multiple times. I do sell things, but I also do a lot of donating. If I say it got donated, it got donated.
Yeah, damn it. She tells the truth.
Yeah, you gotta love it. And we were on the topic because, like, on the scrapping channel, it's a new channel. It's hit an algorithm, I think, because it's taking off in the last 2 days.
Scrapping with R5 is taking off. So do me a favor. Seriously, let's try to aid that. YouTube algorithm's got it and it's running with it like it's some sort of like nugget of gold or something. Anyway, long story short, share it out, watch videos, share those videos out. Do what you got to do to keep the algorithm saying this is juicy stuff and we just want people to keep on watching.
But I got a comment today basically saying, how can you call yourself a scrapper if you're not breaking open all those refrigerators and all that stuff and taking all the copper out and all the motors out and all that stuff, and you can make so much more money, and you're taking scrap from able-bodied good scrappers to be a lackluster.
Do you want to share it? Do you want to share that comment? Because I'll put it up on the screen if you want.
But it's basically implying though that like I shouldn't take any of the scrap because I'm not doing what a real scrapper would do. So they were implying that basically, and it's like and then, oh, you threw this item and you could have donated it, and you threw this item and it was a beautiful bike. And I'm like, you can't even tell it's a beautiful bike. It really wasn't. But it's just, people would never dream to go to, let's just say it, because he's one of the bigger scrappers, Scrap and Pallet Man, and tell him he's not a real scrapper. He is basically taking from the real scrappers by scrapping because he didn't break the stuff down. I'm like, so anyone that's not a micro scrapper in this sense is not a real scrapper. Then when everyone that goes to my yard, there's very, very, very few that go to the yard with broken down stuff. Most of it's just tossed as is, cords even included still on the stuff. And as I said in my comment back to him, I've only been scrapping for 3 months. I am still a very, very new scrapper. I'm catching on very quickly, but I don't know everything. I don't imply to know everything, and I'm trying. But I'm like, it's just the fact alone that, like, okay, so you're not a real scrapper unless you micro scrap. It kind of is annoying.
Hopefully you guys can see this. Yeah, there we go. So, so it reads as follows. I'll read it, so you guys can get the impression here.
Ralph Moore, hello.
Hey, Ralph, how you doing, buddy? How do you consider yourself a scrapper if you don't even take the time to collect the copper that's in all the refrigerators? Considering copper is at $3 or more, or even number 2 brass, $1.20 a pound, aluminum, not much, but 40 cents a pound is better than 12 cents a pound. Also, where do you go that they don't require the compressors to be drained? You probably lost a good $60 in copper. Your aluminum, stainless steel, as you scrapped it all, piddly scrap steel change. Anyway, you know what? I'm not even going to do this guy any dignity by reading the whole damn thing. Essentially, what it is that it's picking apart her style of scrapping. And I've got news for people like this. These people have their heads so far up their own asses that they are shitting through their own mouths. So, okay. So
it's like one of my favorite parts of that line, though. One of my favorites is at the very end where it says, that's the type of stuff that gives honest scrappers a bad rep.
Now, see, here's the thing. This is what people don't fucking understand. And I'm sorry about my language, guys. This is a passionate subject for me. So, warning, passionate subject alert. If people throw shit away, they throw shit away and they're putting it on the side of the road. You understand? If the scrappers don't pick it up, guess what? It goes to the landfill or some recycling facility somewhere anyway. So, if it's at the end of the road, it should be anyone's right to take that scrap or that item or whatever it is and do whatever the hell they want with it. If they want to sell it, if they want to take the time to sell it, that's great. Do that. If you don't have the time for that, this is what some of these a-holes don't understand. Some people don't have time to do that. Crystal's a full-time mother. She's got stuff up the wazoo that she's doing constantly. You know what I mean? She's trying to fit in scrapping too, and she's doing what she can. People don't always have the time to sell that stuff. So sometimes she just brings it right to the scrap yard and just dumps it in shred. That's her choice. That's her prerogative. That doesn't make her any less of a scrapper. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to take apart a refrigerator. But if she don't have the time and she wants to send it in just the way it is, then that should be her freaking God-given scrapping ass right.
See, we've got Ralph Moore. Hello.
Hey,
Tales of the Solstice.
Hello to Ralph Moore.
I couldn't remember. John T. Cash.
Hey, Tales of the Solstice. How you doing, John T. Cash? Exactly. So, I mean, it pisses me off when people ride scrappers or bust scrappers' chops on the way that they scrap. You know what? It may not be a learning curve to them. They may know more than you do. Like Crystal may know more than this freaking Yahoo that wrote a mile-long freaking paragraph-ass novel about stupid-ass shit. Okay?
Well, and the funny thing is, he implied kind of like, okay, you're throwing those compressors, who doesn't require... My yard loves me, and I've only been going there 3 months, but I literally had one of the guys from the yard find me on Facebook because I haven't been in much this last 2 weeks because of life. And he's like, where the hell have you been? And I'm like, busy. He's like, well, I missed my favorite scrapper. And he's even told me a million times, he's like, you've only been doing this 3 months. I don't know how you caught on so fast, but you're doing better than some of my long timers on dividing the stuff, bringing me the stuff ready to go. He's like, you know what you're doing. He's like, you learned fast. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, but
welcome, Raider. Go
Toy
Fish
Man.
Office. Great to see you. Psh, Toy Man, great to see you as well. Psh, thumbs up and a high five. Great to see you. Again, this is a passionate subject of mine, and I know there's a lot of people in the scrapping community that feel the same exact way. Look, it's not a uniform thing. It's not an exact science. There are people that just will take an entire washing machine and bring it in a shred. And then there are other people that will pick that thing apart and take the motors and snip the wires and break it down to its bare, tiny brass balls. Okay? They'll do that. You know what I mean? It's the scrapper's prerogative how much or how little they want to engage themselves into the micro or macro scrapping.
And some are going to take the bikes and sell them or donate them. Some are going to just scrap them. We do have some bikes that we have donated or bikes that we've kept and we've sold that we found because they were in good shape. But I don't have the time to sit here and pick each bike apart and put new parts on them and find the parts. And I don't have that time. I just don't have that time.
See, these sort of people, these sort of like jock strap donkey assholes they're focusing on the wrong people. They should be focusing on the people that are throwing this shit away. They're the ones that should be selling it or donating it. They're the ones that are putting it on the damn curb for us to do what we want to do with it.
E-Waste Mike, thumbs up.
High five. Yes, great to see E-Waste Mike.
E-Waste microscraps. Gil technically microscraps the hell out of the stuff. But he's also, I don't know so much for E-Waste, but I've been to Gil's. Gil has the property where he can put 6 refrigerators in the backyard and take all the time in the world to microscrap them down. Where my property, I basically have my driveway. Now I run into the risk, too, of the cops going by my house, seeing the stuff sitting in my driveway for 4, 5, 6 days, and going, okay, now you got an eyesore. Here's a ticket.
Guys, her town has puckered butt syndrome. What that means essentially is there's so many goddamn ordinances. They basically, you breathe wrong and they're up your ass with a fine. That's basically the town that she lives in, more or less. You know, I'm paraphrasing a little bit.
I live in Pucker Buttsville.
Yeah, Pucker Buttsville. Okay, that's where she lives. So she's gotta scrap accordingly. I mean, you know, I'm preaching to the choir with a lot of you in here. I'm just venting. She's just kind of venting and laughing about somebody that comes in on their freaking high horse and thinks their way is the right way. Well, guess what? There's the fucking highway. Take it, asshole.
Well, and I've been going to the scrapyard for 3 months. There's a couple that come through with, like, you can tell they microscrap the stuff down. They took all the parts. 99% of them drive up with all the refrigerators and stuff on their truck, push them off. The cords are still on, and the compressor's still in there. They haven't taken the back off. They haven't taken anything off the thing. And it's like, oh, it's okay. That's what they choose. That's what they choose. Sometimes I want to cry when I see something go out, and I'm like, look at all that copper. I saw an AC unit the other day in the shred. Oh, I could have cried when I saw that. I'm like, oh,
Western Haven always and forever. Hello. Yeah, I can. That would make me cry too, to be perfectly honest. I mean, but you know, see, the thing is people may not have the connections. You know what I'm saying? And the Freon and the you know, all that stuff and draining the cooling and stuff like that. People may not know where to go with that stuff. You got lucky. You know, you could bring those directly to your scrapyard and cash in, and they'll take it, even if it's fully, you know, if it's got the Freon in it. Richard Gray Music, hello. Hey, it's been a while. How you been?
Yeah, it's, you know, and like Eileen said, I would have just deleted the comment. Yeah, I could.
No, it was worth talking about because we all get that. I mean, I'm sure some of the bigger scrappers like Mike the Scavenger or, you know, Scrap and Pallet Man, I'm sure they get those comments all the time and laugh them off. But seriously, why would somebody be on such a high horse to tell you how to scrap? I mean, come on.
He had big ball syndrome. He was dealing with a new scrapper that was a female. He was like, I got big balls. I'm going to go after her. He wanted me to crawl into my hole and cry, so it wasn't going to do that.
Well, I'm fucking glad you didn't because, honestly, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear you had bigger balls than most scrappers.
If you didn't know any better, well, if you could count the chest.
Well, I didn't verify, guys, just for the record, but I'm just assuming here.
He's like, I'm assuming Mike's with the female. I think so.
She said she's a woman, so I trust her.
No, it was just something that was annoying, but at the same time funny. Because I'm like, man, I didn't know that there's only one way to do this. That's news to me. But you get the same thing when you're dumpster diving. When you jump in the dumpster and everyone's like, you should have just used a grabber. Okay, that's what works for you. That does not work for me. I jump in.
How many people get that? And it doesn't even have to be in the scrapping niche. How many people get comments from viewers that think their way is better? And you've already tried it, or you know what they're saying, but that doesn't work for you. I'm sure you guys have stories.
Yeah, we'd love to hear them. What are your stories? What have you had happen that you're like, really? Or comments that just made you scratch your head and go, you don't even make sense. Like, there's times I've had people chastise me, and it's like you're reading the comment going, just by the words you're using, you've never even done this.
I mean, for Christ's sake, some of these comments, I swear that using Google Translate.
Well, I had someone attack me one time about my daughter riding my horse. And they're like, she's too heavy to be on that horse's back. And it's like, I understand horses. I know horses. And you literally just called my daughter fat, which is really unacceptable. Like, I'm not okay with that.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, you getting blocked now.
Jet plane.
What have you got? ACR, I'm sure you've gotten some of those comments. Let's hear them.
I'm sure ACR Scrapper had a few in yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I've gotten them too. With my auto repair videos and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, some of them. Now, I will say on the flip side of that coin, guys, there are comments from viewers that actually help. This guy was just tearing her a new asshole for doing what she needs to do. She wasn't doing anything wrong.
All you do is brag, e-waste. No, you just have your assholer you like to dish out to people as you act like you don't like them. That's what you do.
I don't understand that, e-waste Mike, because I don't think you brag. I mean, you tell a lot of people to go fuck themselves a lot, but I don't think you brag.
I've never heard the bragging.
Me neither. That's kind of weird. Autumn, konnichiwa.
I'm a sweaty mess.
Yeah, I can smell her from here.
Oh, what is that odor? Oh, Autumn. Jesus.
I said I'm a
half a
sweaty
country away. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. She gonna kick my ass the next time I see her.
Okay, so they're pissed. They're pissed you show what you make. But the funny thing is, and it's something I need to improve. It's just I'm learning the niche and I'm kind of learning the recording aspects, and I don't always. I'm trying to still get in the habit of showing what we make, but people bitch all the time that you didn't show what you made. So now
there's nothing wrong with showing what you make. Nothing. Terra Firma, welcome. It is great to see you. Thumbs up and a high five. I'm going to go on a slight tangent on that too. You know what? A lot of people that scrapping is like the poor man dinner of things to do. It's like the bottom feeders of society. Well, bullshit. I call foul on that because there are scrappers that make way more money than I do, and I've got a decent full-time job with decent pay. E-Waste Mike is one of them, okay? E-Waste Ben is another one that makes shit ton of money. Of course, he's in Australia, but he still makes shit ton of money.
Well, okay? Even for me, when I go...
can make the argument that scrappers, are bottom feeders. That bothers me. It's a form of prejudice in my eyes.
Well, and even for me, when I go out and I actually religiously try to scrap, and that's not going out all day or anything, but when I'm religiously getting to the yard 3 or 4 times in the week, even with my not totally micro scrapping things down, I still make $300 to $400 a week doing it. It's really not bad pay.
Hey, sent one
Sent one
1,000.
1,000.
What's going on? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know I love you guys. You know when we get on these, we think it's funny. I mean, we're just kind of venting it off. It's like a venti macchiato of scrapping bullshit comments. So
Gil's
yeah.
like, I finally got her to start scrapping, so now we could go on the vent session of scrap.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, she's doing so good, and for someone to turn around and say something like that, I'm sorry, it's just ignorant. You know, he doesn't realize how much knowledge she has. He doesn't realize what's on her plate and how much scrapping she can do at one time. He doesn't know any of that.
Well, and this was off the video that I was saying I got fined by the police for scrapping in my town. So now you think I can leave a heap of like 6 refrigerators, 3 stoves, and like a whole bunch of other crap sitting in my driveway for the next 5-6 days as I break all that down?
They can suck the schmegma off of the bottom of the washing machine that I have out back ready to scrap.
That's some good pay there, you waste. But the thing is, I don't see that as bragging. Like, especially on here on YouTube, I can say I'm sure you're the same in like everyday life. Yeah. But on YouTube, I've seen you help so many people that needed help.
Yeah,
and you don't even bat an eye. You don't expect anything back out of it. Some of these people don't even really come around to your channel that often, and you've still helped them.
I think he nailed it, though. I think people that complain because he shows what he makes. I think they're just jealous. Honestly, their situations, their life situations don't allow them to engage in it like that, or maybe they don't have the knowledge or the IQ power to process scrap the way that E-Waste Mike does, and they're just simply jealous.
Well, and like E-Waste says he busts his ass. He does. Like, I've gone to his streams and watched him.
Yeah.
And just for those couple hours, he goes through a lot of shit. And then you see his yard too. How many people, it goes to Steel Scrap Kingdom, if that was all in his backyard and not in another property. How many people would want to have that much shit in their backyard and then constantly be working it? You're working 24/7. There's never a day off, really, just to make the money you make. Not many people want to work a normal job, let alone a never-ending job.
In the end, people that make comments like that are just ignorant because they truly don't understand. They think that there's only one way, that life is black and white. Well, I hate to say it, but there's 50 shades of gray in it.
Jelly Duck.
It's good to see you, Jelly Duck. We're venting and talking about comments that our viewers have left that have made us go, suck my big toe.
Talk to you later, Go Fish.
See you, Go Fish. Much love to you, seriously.
Anything I should stockpile everything then turn it in so I have a big ticket. Yeah, and how many have the room to stockpile it? Like I said, I don't have the room. Now, if we had 20 acres, yeah, sure, I could probably put some in the back acreage and just stockpile and break it all down to my heart's content. Right. Would I want to do that? Probably not.
I have the ability to do that.
My backyard.
No, everybody's different. Everybody's different in how they scrap because of their circumstances.
I wouldn't necessarily want to just have it all sitting in my backyard. Like, I've been to Steel Scrap Kingdom. Amazing guy. I've helped out there. I wouldn't even want to have a separate property that had that on it. It would overwhelm me. It would give me anxiety. I couldn't do it. I'd be like, how do I get rid of all of this now?
Well, his situation's a little different than yours. I mean, I think if you had the property and I think you would be a little bit more organized.
Probably.
And nothing against his style. Again, what he is doing is working for him. But I think you would make it work, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't want to stockpile like that. It would eat at me. Andrew Fishman, thumbs up.
What's up? A flappy slappy. Oh my God. High five. It's great to see you, buddy. How's life treating you?
Yeah, average scrapper probably doesn't make a ton. I kind of stay in a certain area, and lately I've been doing mostly pickups. So most of my driving around is like consumed in one day and kind of in a line, which helps. But yeah, you have the fuel, you have the wear and tear on the vehicle and the body. Your body as well is taking wear and tear on those scrap runs. So yeah, the average scrapper is not making anything near what you're making.
Right. And not only that, I mean, the majority of scrappers are part-timer or hobbyist at best. It's like a piggy bank to them.
Yeah.
They save scrap and they strip their number 2 insulated copper wire until they got enough to bring it to the scrap yard and make a couple $100, and then they're happy, and then they start the cycle all over again. The full-timers, I don't want to say they're the exception to the rule, because they're not, but there are a lot more part-time scrappers or hobbyists than there are full-timers.
Yeah. And ACR, I think, does mostly pickups as well. And when you're doing pickups, you definitely make more, I think, because you're not just randomly driving in hopes you find stuff.
It is good to see you, Andrew Frischman. I'm glad that you stopped by to say hello.
Not bad at all, Andrew. Not bad at all. We're surviving.
Yeah, we're surviving. And I'm dealing with rotted door frames and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm dealing with a transmission that's out, again. Yeah. But we're good. We're surviving.
We're survivors. Are you subscribed?
But no, I think some of it, it's like some people are just so stuck up in their own little world that things have to be a certain way. Otherwise, it's not right. When that's not the case, we all do things different. No one does the same thing the same way. Just do what works for you. If you're making money, you're enjoying. Even if you're not making money, even if you're breaking even and you're enjoying yourself, then just go fucking do it. It's saving it out of the landfill. At least if you're taking it to the scrapyard, that's going to get processed, and it's not going to end up in that landfill. Some of it's going to, but even if you process it, some of it's going to end up in the landfill. And that's my next problem, is my garbage man won't take all that plastic. So if I start breaking everything down to a shit heap of plastic every week, it's going to get left sitting up in my front yard, and I'm going to have to pay to get that removed because he ain't going to take it.
And let's be brutally honest with ourselves here. I mean, anybody with a modicum of intelligence that wants to learn how to maximize their profits through scrapping is going to do their research. And Crystal has done her research. E-Waste Mike has done his research. All the scrappers in here, I'm sure, have done their research. And despite that, they are doing what works best for them.
Well, I'm going to take Steel Scrap Kingdom's favorite saying. When we were at his place, and Gil was struggling at times, wanting to completely scrap things down. You're going to really just put that in as just a whole item? And it's but as he said, time is money. So if you're going to take 3 hours breaking down a stove, it's not going to take you 3 hours, but I'm just going to throw a time out. Let's say an hour breaking down that stove. That hour you were breaking down the stove, you just lost a whole truckload of scrap that you would have made more money off of than just breaking that stove down. So it's kind of the same thing. For me, it's not so much the scrap time as money. It's I've got kids I'm homeschooling. I've got to get the kids places. I got to spend time with my family. I've got to take care of my house. I got 50 other things. I don't have 6 hours to sit in my driveway and break things down. I have maybe an hour, hour and a half, get what I can get done.
Well, you do when I'm there. Yeah. How does that equate? No, I'm just kidding.
Romantic, what's up? Thumbs up.
High five. It's great to see you, Romantic. We're talking about, those ooey and gooey comments that we get from our viewers occasionally that just make you go, F you.
And E-Waste has to pay the taxes on it, which takes a cut out of what he's making.
Right.
He definitely makes a good paycheck. That's a plus. But, they rape you on that tax aspect because you're going to pay way less if you weren't your own business.
Right. Right. So, you got to work all the harder. And it's difficult when you're a one-man band. If you've got helpers or if it's like a family business, it's a little easier. But if you're one person, you have to weigh out that your time is the most valuable out of everything. So do you want to take all this part? How much micro scrapping can one do if you're one person? I think it would break you. I think you would file bankruptcy really quick if you micro scrapped every single tiny piece if you were doing it for a living.
Scrappers is doing clean out and haul jobs to top of pickups. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah, and that's crazy. Rocky! Gonna start his howling. Yes, he howls just like the golden. Or the husky. Ugh. 10K in taxes, that's insane.
Yeah, that is insane.
I just put in my mother-in-law's name when we go. Junior A Cat, thumbs up.
High five. Right on.
Darth Trollis, thumbs up. See, and you don't enjoy the microscrapping, but everyone's got their ways of doing it. Like microscrapping does have its profit margin, but then you also it takes time, and you have to have time. If you're doing it as a hobby or as a full-time job, and that's 100% what you're doing, I can understand the microscrapping a little bit more than just your average Joe Smo scrapper.
Exactly. I mean, everybody's got their own style, the way they like to scrap, that works for them. And that's what pisses me off about some of these people on the high horses, telling you that their way is the only way and this is how do you do it. And no, that's not how it works.
I'm going to break this down for Gil. What really pisses him off, he's like, they're trying to chase away R5 from scrapping, and I finally got her to fucking start scrapping. For how long did she say, I'm not a scrapper?
No, come on now. I know you have thicker skin than that, Crystal. Jesus cripey. But, in all seriousness, though, hey, if I got that comment, we'd be talking about it just the same, because you know what? It's not necessary, man. It's just not. You call yourself a scrapper? Yeah, I grabbed it.
Yes, I do.
I saved it from the landfill, and you know what? I did make a little money off of it.
Canadian girl Renee, what's up? Thumbs up.
High fives. Great to see you. Even Slappy is saying hello.
But yeah, and it's with all niches though. It's everyone gets the comments. I want to see R5 strip. Whatever that is. I don't want to see all that.
Right on. Well done.
Melissa Gill, what's up? Thumbs up.
Hey, thumbs up and high five. It's great to see you. How you doing?
Real paranormal investigation and research. What's up? Thumbs up.
High five. It's great to see you. How is life treating you? Thank you for that $1 super chat. Appreciate it.
I like that. Tales of the Solstice. I hate it when they can't figure out humans aren't cookie cutter creatures.
Mm-hmm. And people will unsubscribe because you don't conform to their exact specifications. I'm like, wow. You might actually that dude that sent that novel of a comment her way might actually learn a thing or two from Crystal, to be honest with you.
So and ACR too. That's one of the things like we've said with YouTube multiple times is if you're not having fun, why do it?
Congrats, Macy.
It comes down to if I'm having fun with scrapping and YouTube, so I continue doing it. If I'm not having fun, I'm done. Why continue?
Butter creatures.
We all melt and mold in a different way, right? You have a boyfriend. Well, congratulations, I think. I kind of cringe at the thought of children dating. Still, that's the mother in me.
Yeah, I have no comment because if I say something, it will upset somebody in the family. It's like, good for you, Macy. It's like my sister will be calling me up. What are you doing?
She's not supposed to have a boyfriend.
She's not supposed to have a boyfriend.
ACR, yes. And I've had this week has just been it's not been a good week. We just had a lot of bad luck, bad stuff. I don't know, but I've been dealing with the car right now was my number one priority. So I haven't really had the chance to sit down and try to find used appliance stores that might be interested in buying some of these appliances or lawn care places that might be interested in buying some of these items that are not working, but just need minor work. So I'm planning on doing that. And hopefully then I'll have another twist to this. I'll make more money. But until I do that, right now it's just going and breaking down as much as I can and going to the scrapyard.
Purple Tube, hello, much love to you. Thumbs up and a high five. Oh yeah, Purple Tube. We're talking about people that that comment on your channels and stuff like that, or our channels. It's their way or the highway. I can't believe you do it a certain way. And yada, 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 and so on and so on and so forth. It's basically a whole bunch of nonsense and ignoramus people.
Macy, you have a lovely day, and it was good to talk to you for a minute. Congratulations. And I will answer too. Renee asked, I got to say, diving with purpose, thumbs up, and congratulations on that little bundle of joy of grandchild.
Congratulations.
I don't want anyone to think you're just had a bundle of joy, but But Renee, not really. I've been out to the bins and have checked the bins, but video
What did I
wise,
see?
really have not gotten anything. A lot of my bins have gotten locked up. A lot of them. Hopefully, as it gets colder, they start getting lax, because this happens. It's happened every year. Never as bad as it currently is, but it's happened. So, in hopes that maybe once winter hits, they'll get a little lax. They'll start taking locks off, because that's what they've done in the past. Right now, I needed a break anyway. I did need a break. I was getting a little bit of burnout. I was getting, I don't want to say hoarderish. I was getting to be too much stuff in my house that had to go. Go. And the more you dive, the more you bring in, the more that's in the house. I really needed to take care of that. So the slowdown in diving has really created the ability to get stuff out of my house. So that's a good thing. Hopefully things will change up a little bit. For now, we're just going the frugal end of things. We're showing some of the other things. Canning, I've got those videos coming up. I've got other stuff coming up to show other ways of saving money besides dumpster diving. A lot of divers have kind of went that way because a lot of people are facing the same issue I'm facing. Unfortunately, it is what it is.
It's an unfortunate truth, because her channel took off. I mean, it really took off. And then, of course, the materials dried up. You know what I mean? Her pucker butt town wouldn't let her dive, and then the surrounding areas locked her. Most of their dumpsters. And what are you going to do?
Yeah, and that's really it. Is what it is. Is like, on top of that, I lost about 4 dumpsters in my town, because my town, if they catch me in those dumpsters, I get a $50 fine, no questions asked. I can't afford that, especially if I get nothing. So
I agree. Well, first off, I need to say, Diving with Purpose, much love to you, and I hope whatever is going on turns around. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. I hope things work out for whatever it is. So much love to you, girl. Seriously. Now, Romantic, I need to respond. Romantic said that R5's channel is doing awesome. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. She's doing great. She's being consistent with it. We're going to tweak it a little bit. Hopefully she'll be even more consistent, and consistency and consistency.
Yeah, the diving channel is kind of at a standstill right now because of circumstances. It is what it is. I will either get back on track or it won't. I don't know. We'll find out. Nice. Can't stress about it, apparently. The R5 Adventures, the new R5 Adventures is, we'll see how it goes. It still hasn't really hit any algorithms, but the scrapping channel is doing amazing. So a little bit at a time, right?
Great to see you, Junior A Cat. I hope you're having a great day, my friend. Yeah. See, E-Waste Mike can't dumpster dive at all, so he's he's relying. See, he relies on networking, and you did a great thing. I mean, when your pucker butt town, showed you their pucker butt, and you cringed in holy terror and didn't. You know what I mean? Anyway,
what is that?
Once that happened, you actually improvised and you started networking. You started going with pickups and ads and things like that, and it kept the channel alive, and it's flourishing now because of it. So kudos
Not
to
a
you.
Great sausage. I don't know if you say hi.
It is good to see you. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Gotta love it. Yeah.
I get a kick out of that, especially since I deal with chicken grease at work. But yeah, it's I'm trying to improvise what to do with the diving channel. That one I'm still kind of on a fritz with. We did start, like some of you guys may know, some of you may not know. Our original R5 channel, we changed it over to just live streams because the algorithm had just it was a live stream channel as far as it was concerned. We started a new R5 Adventures channel, and that's where all the content has been going. It's doing decent with watch time, and decent views. It's just got to get the subscribers, but that takes time sometimes. So it's just one thing at a time.
I don't know
Or
if they
my
give you this opportunity, but would you like a sausage to come up and visit you both for a little while?
I'll never turn down a sausage.
I love sausage. And we're not talking about like, we're talking about food.
For which one, Canadian Girl Renee? I'm pretty sure Gil probably has a link to all of the channels in his description.
Oh.
Or not.
Oh, Cynthia sent me some pictures. She's trying to melt me into a puddle of goo and some adorableness.
Baby's adorable.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
Purple Tube, it's annoying, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can really do about it at this point. I just kind of deal with it.
I'm not defending her town by any stretch of the imagination, but at the same time, something must have happened for them to create that kind of ordinance. I'm sure some scrappers were making a mess and not being responsible and blah, blah, blah.
Well, their reasoning was that a lot of theft was happening and people were complaining about the theft. So in turn, they turned around and said no more diving or no more scrapping, because they said that then if someone's driving around with all kinds of metal and going to the curb, then they have someone they can stop.
Cynthia, she's adorable. There
you go, Renee.
Adorable. I can't wait for that day. I can wait for that day. My kids are old enough for, to have kids of their own just yet. But I metaphorically can't wait for the day 10, 15 years down the road.
It can be long ways away.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So what are we doing here?
I was getting the link for Renee for the scrapping channel.
Oh.
I put it in the chat. So
I could have swore that I had the link up for that.
And you might not. I don't know. I put it in the chat. But yeah, that's the newest
it's in
channel.
The description, guys. It's like we got R5 Adventures, diving with R5 and scrapping with R5. I think the R5 Adventures link is the live with R5. Let me check.
But the
yeah.
And and I don't know if that's the scrapping channel. I don't know if you're talking the scrapping channel or the R5 Adventures. I'll get that one too. But it's in the that one might not be in there.
I've got all the links in here. The only one that isn't in here is the new R5 Adventures channel.
I'll get that one. Yeah, and like, I'm glad you're doing okay, Cynthia. I get it though. Like, it's been a week, a month, whatever we want to call it. Thank you, Renee. But no, that's like the scrapping. Originally, I was just going to do the scrapping on the dumpster diving channel. And now with the diving channel kind of taking a hit right now, I'm like, well, I could have just kept it over there and had content. But I'm sitting there and like, some of the subscribers over on the diving channel, they don't really want to watch you scrap. They're not really interested in that. So it just kind of seemed to be losing more subscribers when I would put it up, because they're like, this isn't what I want. So it just kind of worked out better just separating the niches. You can load them up with Mountain Dew and send them on home.
Sorry, I was responding to a text.
Romantic, I get that. It happens. I've done it so many times. Because like when things pop up and recommended, things will pop up and I'll be watching it and I'll enjoy the person and I'll keep going because they'll keep popping up. Once you watch one or two videos from one person, their channel will keep popping up in your recommended. So I'll just watch them. And all of a sudden I'll be like, man, I never subscribed. Because it's just, you don't think of it sometimes. Especially when it keeps popping up, because you just kind of think, oh, I must be subscribed. It's showing it to me again.
Shoot. There we go.
But yeah, hopefully things will change with the diving channel. I'm hoping. I'm sure. See, now Renee and Diving with Purpose both are dumpster divers. I'm sure that they've gotten interesting comments in theirs as well. Just because I swear, you get you get a lot of interesting comments in the dumpster diving.
Don't forget Husky Express. I don't know if I have Husky Express in here or not. No, I don't. Son of a biscuit. I'll have to give you guys that link. That's exclusive to my Huskies.
Thank you, Renee. I'm shocked he didn't put at least one video up from when he was here with my dogs, because he had a video and he's like, I can put this one up. And then I think he was like, they're all going to be like, where'd you get that dog from? That ain't your Husky.
Oh, Hussy. Oh, God. Don't screw up a search by saying Hussy Express because you don't want to know what comes up.
Especially when you're typing Hussy Express, okay? I'm sure you got some interesting stuff. Thank you, Renee.
There we go. Husky, Bob, not Hussy. There we go. So if you guys want to help out with that too, that would be fan-diddly-tastic. I do. They're all short videos. They're all under 60 seconds. So my dog's just doing random stuff.
The dumpster diving community is not a bad community.
No, it's not.
But you get a lot of judgment based on what you do with the items and how, like, proving that you donated the items. Like the downfall when you go between scrapping to dumpster diving. Scrapping, most people understand that it's going to a scrapyard, you're getting paid. When you dumpster dive, a lot of watchers, not so much the dumpster divers, because we understand that it costs money to go out and dive, but the watchers that just watch, they kind of expect you to donate 99% of what you get, because they just think that that's the right thing to do. And yes, you should donate some, and I donate a decent bit, but you're still spending money to go out and do it. So you get a lot of comments in regards to not doing as they think you should have.
Randomness and spontaneity. Yes, Purple Tube. I agree wholeheartedly.
Where do I get a Hussy team to pull my sled?
I think they're a little bit more expensive, Andrew. And they don't pull sleds.
I didn't mean dumpster diving. Okay.
Oh, you can use this. Yeah. Oh, Canadian girl, you're absolutely right. I mean, people have the right to donate. They can donate. They can, cash in their scrap if they want or whatever it is.
Yep. And like I like to think a healthy mix when I dumpster dive of using, donating, and selling. I got to make some of that money back that I'm using to go get the stuff so I can continue going and getting the stuff. I'm not as bad as, and I don't even want to say bad, but some dumpster divers go to the massive, massive extreme of they do 4 and 5 hour trips to go out and dumpster dive so they can hit multiple towns. And I can't do that. I don't have the time, the patience. I can't do that. I had
not
my
a great gamer. If you wanted to join, you certainly could, but you'd have to reach out to me via Twitter.
Yeah, because I'm not on Twitter on the computer even. I can't send anything through the computer because I don't even remember my password.
Yeah, I don't want you to be upset. I did see what you were saying, but like with everything that everybody was saying and whatnot, I didn't want to necessarily interrupt. But yeah, a lot of kids in my area are on 4-H. They make stuff out of scrap they get. Yeah. A lot of scrap I get, I turn around and I MacGyver stuff out of them, which is really cool.
Yeah. I know a lot of divers do that. They drive and they tell me like the route that they take. It's like, holy crap, you do a 4-hour stretch. Like a lot of my area has a lot of like locked dumpsters and stuff that you're not going to get into, or they destroy the stuff. if I did a 4-hour stretch and I came home with like a couple boxes of stuff, I'd be like crying that I just spent that much time and that much gas to go drive around for 4 hours. But like, it's not. I've had some good runs. I've had some amazing runs, but then I've also had a lot of duds, especially recently.
See, anybody that really wants to get a lot of scrap. I mean, it's not just a dumpster diving thing. You can reach out and you can network and you can put out like little ads in Facebook and Craigslist and stuff like that, and do pickups and start networking with some bigger businesses. And before you know it, you got more than you can handle. I mean, there's ways. If you want scrap, there's ways to get it.
Crystal threw that dolly like a pimp. Yeah, in romantic you say that, and it's hilarious when I go to the scrapyard. I'm not even joking. Like, I swear I need to pan my camera so you can see the facial expressions of the guys around me, because they'll be there unloading their truck. I pull up, I get out, and I start unloading, and they stop and just sit there like, or they'll just smile. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then some of them will go up front to get payouts, because I usually go into the building with like my copper and my brass or whatever I'm bringing in. And those, I'll go up to the window afterwards, and they're like, "Man, the guy that was in the red truck next to you?" I'm like, "Uh-huh." And he was enjoying himself watching you unload. I'm like, "Yep, I figured it."
Well, I got to put this up too. Just kidding. Oh my God.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. Or they're just, yeah.
Hey, KD Scrapping, how are you today, bud? Thumbs up and a high five to you.
Diving on purpose, they do and they don't. Like, people view a lot of scrappers as being the bottom of the bottom as well. If you're willing to go do all that work for $20, $30, like, you must not have much. And so they still get a stigma.
I agree with you in some respects, because the term dumpster diving is broad, though, if you think about it. You know what I mean? What are you diving for?
Yeah.
There are scrappers that dive just for the metal. There are people that dive for, food or things that they can repurpose, like yourself.
Getting wet doing curbside. Yeah.
Either way, yeah, I agree. There is a degree of stigma there, but it's funny because there are some dumpster divers out there that, can rebuttal and say, you know what, I probably make more money than you. There's
some dumpster divers out there that I would like beg to say that are probably richer than most people that are sitting there like turning it up like a nose up at them. And most of those divers are the ones that literally can go out, can spend the gas money, spend the time. They don't need to make the money, and then they donate everything they get. And think what you want to think.
Right. Yeah, Candy, sorry to hear you getting wet, dude. But well, it depends on what you mean by getting wet doing curbside. Does that mean you're getting a lot of stuff and you're really, really, really happy about it, or are you just getting rained on?
Romantics like scrap is any discarded material, so dumpster diving is still scrapping.
Well, technically, he's not wrong.
I'm on the hunt right now for people's gardens that are starting to kind of be done with, and the veggies that people can't finish off themselves. I'm like, I'll take those off your hands.
Oh, she is like canning like nobody's business. Oh my God. Have you guys seen? Look at all the cans behind her. That is just insane. I hope that I get a can.
Well, yeah. I'd have to package up that salsa like perfect so it didn't.
Mercy, Gil.
That's just I did all that basically like in the last couple days.
Well, you can't tell with some of these people, you know what I mean? There's always a double meaning with a lot of people, you know what they say. So you got to be sure.
You are in one of our streams, like you never know what's going to come up. Some things you just don't see that might come up, but hey.
I was looking at the can. Oh, Oh, I didn't know there were foreground cans. There
He's
are
like, can you
foreground and
back up
background
a little
cans.
bit more?
Oh, now I understand. I got to do a little shifty eye thing.
He was looking at the stuff that's just kind of under the radar there. Awesome, Junior A Cat. See, a lot of people though, they get like towards the end of the season, especially, they're fed up with the food. They're not going to eat it. Everyone that they give to is done with it. They don't want it, and a lot of people are afraid to can or just don't want to put the time and energy into it.
Nice.
So I got most of this from a friend that's got a larger scale farm that she sells at farmers markets, and this was all like canning quality tomatoes. Like they were all bruised or bumped, and they people weren't going to buy them for eating, just plain as is. And she gave me 1.5 bushels of tomatoes, and she's like, have fun, because she's been canning like a madman. And she's like, I can't keep up with it myself, so here, enjoy. I'm not part of this. He's like, I will not take claim to doing that myself.
She's accused me of doing it with some of my videos, you know, the collabs and whatnot, but it was totally unintentional, and that is the God's honest truth.
When we went to check out some RVs. I'm like, what? We went to go check out some RVs. He was showing me what he like wanted to get, and he's videoing it as he goes through. And I'm like, he's showing me the video after, and I'm like, nice focal point on the tits.
I'm looking at it and going, damn, she's right. But the thing is like, I got to work on my camera angles better, because I'm just yarding the
like
phone around, and I'm just doing this, and I'm looking around, and you know, but I didn't realize it was tit level. You know,
got a new case.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. Now, let me ask you a question. Can anybody get one?
Yes, through what the fuck is that site called? Teesprings.
So if somebody wanted an awesome cell phone cover with R5 Adventures on it, they could go to Teesprings. Now, where's the link?
I don't have it in front of me. They can go to Teesprings, or they can also
beautiful segue. Don't waste it.
Or they can also get Diving with R5 t-shirts and R5 Adventures t-shirts. I've still got to make some scrapping with R5 t-shirts to put on there. You're making me look for things. That's not it.
I'm sorry.
I got to go and find it now.
I can't disagree. I can't disagree with that at all.
I didn't see it. I don't know.
Yes.
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 I guess I got to go see what this yes is.
No. Where's the link? You got to post the link. Damn it! Focus on the link.
Tits are good. I know which one it is now. Tits are good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't that painfully obvious. It's like it was the last one. Jenny Books and Vlogs. Hello, thumbs up and a high five. It's not like you had to scroll very far.
Yeah.
Some are better than others. Oh my God, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. For some people, gravity is definitely not their friend. And that's not limited to just females either. Let's be honest, boys.
Oh my God. Okay, I got it.
Excellent. Hey, you going to post that in the chat or what? And does that work for most? Can they get it for pretty much any, or is there only select?
I believe you can get any type of phone with it. And then, like I said, there's t-shirts for both R5 and Diving with R5. I have not made the Scrapping with R5 ones yet.
Okay. Guys, you got to check that out, okay? Because Scrapping R5 is taking off like a mofo. And you got to help her, you know, keep the mofo status. You know, she got to keep that momentum going.
How you doing, Jenny? No, Mike. Well, Gil actually showed the video to Mike. He was sitting there and he's like, and then Crystal pointed this out, and he started showing him the video, and Mike was just sitting there shaking his head, laughing.
But I didn't do it. See, that's the funniest. That's the funny thing, though. I really didn't mean to do it. I'm just sitting there and I'm doing my thing, and I'm showing off this RV that I want to get, and this, that, and the other thing. And every time I turned around and talked to Crystal, that's what happened.
I'm showing what I want to get. Boobs! Boobs!
I'm trying to see. I don't think I posted that on any videos. I don't think I uploaded that. Excuse me.
You have to realize you're talking about us. Who the frick knows where our chat's gonna go?
Right? Venom for life. Oh yeah.
But no, it's like
oh, you're right. Send 1,000. That's the beauty of coming into a live stream like this. You know what I mean? It's that level of unpredictability. We start off with the rant and laughing about somebody's ignorance and a comment, and it just turns around and comes full circle with tits and how gravity just doesn't work for many people the older they get. It's as simple as that.
I think that's everyone the older they get. It's just a matter of what age.
I have not really, to be honest with you. I have not heard from the dude. I mean, I do every once in a blue moon, but I really haven't talked to him all that much. Romantic.
You have
Thank
a wonderful
you so
day.
much for stopping by, man. I got to work on that. Holy crap. Scrapping together. What's going on? Oh, man, that guy slaps hard. I'm trying to see if I got the video in here somewhere.
No, but it going back to that comment, I'm sure that's half the reason that the scrappers are standing there in awe, staring. I've had many of times though I've shown up with like a heavy load, and all the scrappers come running over there and are like, "Do you need help?" No, I got this in the truck. I think I can get it out. It's easier to get it out than getting it in.
Oh my gosh! I got sawdust in my eyes.
I'm good. Although I have helped a couple older gentlemen a couple times where it's like, just move out of the way, let me help you.
Well, there you go. You're doing your diligence.
Well, when I see a hernia coming.
Okay, so do you guys want to see the video that she's talking about? The Busty Beauties video. Who wants to see it? You got to put one in the chat if you guys want to see the Busty Beauties video. I'm not talking about Busty Beauties. I'm talking about like me showing off the RV that I want and showing off other things unintentionally.
I bet you helped the R5. Yeah, I don't think he is coming back, Venom. I think he kind of he wasn't. He was getting attacked on many levels many times, and I think he finally just had enough of it.
Yeah.
With the dude rocks.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and that's completely up to him. You know what I'm saying?
I did help the old guys with getting their shit out of their truck because they were about to fucking die with a heart attack in front of me. No, just move out of my way.
I only needed 2 ones. It's all good. Let me share the audio. All right, guys, you ready for this? Here we go. I'll play the entire thing. So we stopped at Camping Place, and they got a Winnebago meeting. So I'm gonna check it out. Crystal's with me. If you're gonna check it out. This is one of the ones on my list.
He wants to show me what he wants to park in our driveway.
Pretty much, exactly. So far, so good. Nice kitchen. Nice little, nice little seasoning. Wow, charging capabilities. Deep storage. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I want to travel the country. I want to travel the country, and I want to scrap. I want scrapping to pay for it all. So
Thank you, Diamond with Purpose.
The beautiful.
that's the goal. Thank you for that $1.99 super chat. I appreciate that. I love that red thumb.
Steel sink and an awesome 30 by 36 shower. This is one of the beautiful things I want in a camper. Big shower. I don't like being all tight, not cool. So we'll take that and we'll close that. And this is the nice bedroom with a full-size queen. You got all sorts of plugs for your CPAP machine, things of various natures, and all sorts of storage, which is fantastic. Look, you've got a separate door here on this mini, just simply because when you're in travel mode, and then that slides all the way in, you have no access to the other door. So you can come in here, you're traveling, and you want to stop at a
I look really annoyed right there.
Yeah, you do. You look like you're ready to tackle me.
This trailer is right in the mid $40,000 range, which is really outside of this hillbilly budget. But they do have a
Well, Velvet.
I think this is where it started going tits up. Excuse the French.
I think so.
It's good to see you, Bob Elvis.
Micro Mini, and I think this is the one that I want. This is like the specific model, the 2108DS. Well, it's not the specific model I wanted, but it is.
Oh, man, it's all blurry.
This one here has a Murphy bed. So the Murphy bed folds up, and there's actually a couch there. So you can have
Nice, Junior A Cat.
so you can watch TV.
Yep.
Yep, this is where we get the kids.
This is where it starts.
This does. It folds down into a bed.
I think it was zoomed in, too.
Mid-30s.
I don't know.
But it just has the bare necessities. You know what I mean? I don't need much.
That's all you really need.
Look at that sink. Isn't that a gorgeous sink? Let's talk about this for a minute. Beautiful refrigerator. Look at that. That is a convection microwave. Freezer. Is this porcelain? The Micro Minis get a little cheap with their toilets. They are plastic, but that's okay. Still got the same steel sink. Yeah.
Blame it on Crystal.
Well, no, the shower is actually the same size, but not the same height.
Okay.
So you get the same size, but the height is a little. You're a little. Like, let me climb in here. I'm climbing in here. Look, I'm in here. And oh my God, I can't see my feet. I need to go on a diet. So yeah, here I am. And
Good thing you're short. It beat you up around.
yeah, it has. It's beating up. This is a really this is more my cup of tea because this is more.
If your kids were going to travel with you and stuff, you need to go at least to that.
Or I need to go to something with like a bunkhouse.
At least I had abroad.
More room if you're God. You can't stay in that small of a space with kids.
No, heck no.
That's just not even acceptable.
One of the main reasons I'm looking at Winnebago is because it comes with the Asdale composite sideboard. It'll never delaminate, and it's that stuff that doesn't.
This is one of the reasons I didn't post the video, guys.
And Winnebago does the inside and out with the Asdale. It also has a enclosed underbelly, so extended.
Toilet is not pepper proof. That ring of fire ain't gonna go in there.
A ring of fire. Yeah, that plastic will melt really quick.
Get yourself a nice little solar panel. Come get it. Look at that.
Like you and Melissa, you could both go in that easily.
Yeah.
So
So
you said if your kids were younger and they were going to be traveling with you, like, there's no way me like the kids to do this.
no, the five of you, no. Me and
And
Melissa,
then having the dogs that do it, like your dogs, it might be a little bit more cramped if your dogs are traveling with you.
me and Melissa.
Because I know that feeling when your dogs have to travel with you.
Scrap and Irish. Thumbs up.
High five. Psh, great to see you, Scrap and Irish. How's life treating you today?
Until I get a truck.
Yeah. Once he got to the mini, man, he's like,
What that you like.
we're just gonna go to the boobs too.
I had to stop.
He had to make a detour
I
because
did.
he saw these shiny things to the side and went, ooh.
I felt the tremor on the force and realized that they had the models I really wanted. So
That's what I'm doing. Scrap together. It's all the fault of the camera. Okay. See, I told you.
And he did that multiple times while we were there, though. Like, he'd be recording, I'd be like, "Hey, Gil, where you at now?" Whoops. I think when we were at the when you went live at the fort, I think there were a couple times I'm like, "Hey, Gil," you're like,
Whoop. Whoop. It's all in the angle, guys. It's all in the angle, and how you work the wrist. So, how is Scrapping Irish doing? Hope life is treating you well. And I said hello to Venom, right? Venom.
yes, we said hello to Venom.
Yep.
We're doing
Sorry, we
good.
got sidetracked with boob vision, booba vision. Boob,
So-
boob, boob. Yeah.
So has Diving with Purpose been all over that baby, and just then barely leaving the house?
Well, you know that she has, because I mean, come on, she a Grammy. She sent me pictures. I'm not going to show them out of respect, but she's adorable. She is absolutely adorable.
Out of complete obviousness,
Like-
I think most men are boob men.
And I don't mean to be ignorant or a pig or anything like that. I just, just being honest.
Shark Scrapper, what's up? Thumbs up.
Hey, Shark Scrapper, great to see you. How's life treating you, my friend?
And by Mike, my computer's going way slow.
Yeah, mine too. How is everything in the Shark Tank today?
A Shark Tank sounds fun,
Oh,
but I have horrible luck, and I'd be 8. Actually, no. We'll rephrase that. I have horrible luck, and I wouldn't be 8. I would just lose an arm and a leg, and I would still survive.
You're absolutely right, Terraform. Honesty could be a dangerous game. So honesty and tact are tag team partners in that wrestling match.
He's like, no. I didn't mean to film the boobs. I might be a boob man. I'm not going to admit it.
Come on. You really, in all seriousness, it was unintentional. Unintentional. I swear. Look, hey, have I ever lied to you guys?
This conversation has happened multiple times. Just because I enjoy watching him go, I swear I didn't mean to.
Shark Cage, Shark Tank, Shark Ocean, E-Waste. Hope your wife not put you in the doghouse. I'm always in the doghouse, Jenny. In fact, I've got real estate in the doghouse. I have a doghouse condo.
Samantha Lee's Originals, thumbs up.
High five. It's great to see you, Samantha. How's life treating you, sweetie? F you, Shark Scrapper. Hey, you've got the respect salute from E-Waste Mike, Shark Scrapper. You're good. It's good to see everything's good in the shark world.
Nah. I like fucking with him on that one, but he was literally walking around holding the phone off to the side, not even looking at it. So I know it was unintentional, but I get to fuck with him.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And like I said, that's why I didn't post it.
It would be the
I would have
same
had to
thing.
edit the crap out of that video, and I didn't want to do it.
It would be the same thing if I sat there and I filmed it the whole time, had it down by his ass or something, R5.
Yes, dive it with R5. I do want more subscribers, but I don't know if I want to do it that way.
He even did so good as to edit out certain features of the dumpster diver when he came and visited.
Yes, that was true. Well, I was trying to film her grabbing scrap. Like, she got out because it was on her side and went to grab some stuff, and well, let's just say things showed up and to the party, and Yeah, I had to do some extra editing.
Ass Crack Central came to visit.
When Shark Scrapper says, of course it's unintentional. With guys, it's genetic. I can't disagree with that either. It is genetic.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so Shark Scrapper, Shark Scrapper's got a growing channel, and I'm sure he's dealt with this at one point or another. If anybody in here didn't hear what we were talking about earlier, we started this stream off talking about uppity viewers with comments on how their way is the right way, and they shame you and how you're doing things within your niche.
Put it simply in short man's terms, Shark Scrapper, I'm no longer a scrapper. I'm not allowed to scrap. I need to leave the scrap for a certified scrapper because I don't micro scrap the hell out of everything. So it's no longer supposed to come to me because I'm not doing it the right way. It's not the right way.
That's right. Exactly. I mean, according to this commenter there, she should be tearing apart every screw and every single piece and maximizing this and this, that, and the other thing. And
no rightful scrapper would ever throw a refrigerator with the compressor still on it. Ever. It doesn't happen.
Now, granted, like I said, I mean, ideally, you don't want to necessarily do something like that, but at the same time, everybody's circumstances are unique and different. And, Crystal being a full-time mom and, wife, I almost said husband.
Husband.
What the hell is wrong with me? Jesus.
Checking for those balls now.
Hey, she's got a busy lifestyle and she fits scrapping in there too. And as far as I'm concerned, people are throwing that stuff away and it's fair game for whatever. They were busting her balls about not donating certain things instead of scrapping her. So why'd you scrap that? You could have donated that or whatever. It's their prerogative. Blame the guy that put it out on the street or the gal that put it out on the street.
I make a bad name for the ethical scrappers.
Really, I'm sorry. The guy can take it up the poop chute as far as I'm concerned because
Grandpa Kevin, what's up?
Everybody has their own way. It is good to see Grandpa Kevin. Great to see it. Everybody has their own way of scrapping. Everybody.
Exactly. Everyone does it their own way, but I do take the compressors off of the items as long as I have the time.
Yeah, if you don't have the time and you're running out of room and you got to get rid of that stuff for one reason or another, you can still take it to the scrapyard and make money. Guess what? That shit's still getting recycled, and that's the name of the game. You're still making a few extra bucks. But people get butt hurt. Some people get butt hurt. Pucker Butt Hotel, because you're not doing it their way. Oh my God! You didn't take that brass off of that heater. Holy shit, snacks. Well, we ran out of goddamn time. I mean, we could just sit there and rust until, we show up next year or when she's got time, or she can bring it in, cash it in, and clear out her front yard. It's as simple as that.
Shark Scrapper, we all get those comments, and I didn't take it any sort of way. I just found it comical. Like I told Gil, we all get those comments. We all get those comments, but I guarantee this guy would not have had the balls to say everything that he said in this 3-paragraph long comment to someone like Scrap and Pallet Man. But because
I want to thank you, by the way, Grandpa Kevin. Thank you so much. I love this.
I'm a new scrapper and a female. He had some massive balls to sit there and just say whatever the hell he pleased. Guarantee, though, you would never find a comment from this man on someone like Scrap and Pallet Man saying the exact same stuff. He might have asked him, why didn't you take this off? You could have made this much money, but he would have never told him, hey, you're a disgrace to the scrapping community.
I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way. I think vice versa. I mean, if that guy's a scrapper, he's the disgrace because he's prejudiced against everybody else's methods and the way they do things. He's not considerate. It sounds like that person is a very shallow human being. So with that being said, Grandpa Kevin says, I know that guy.
No. Exactly. And that was especially the video he watched for me was the video that was right after the what was that, late Memorial Day weekend. And I had literally gotten bombarded with pickups. Like I was amazed with how much I got, but I got like 6
She showed me.
refrigerators.
She
like,
showed me everything that was in her driveway. It was insane.
2 stoves, a dryer, a washer, like 5 grills, plus miscellaneous scrap. And I think I even had a couple other things. But half my driveway was covered in scrap. Oh, and I got an AC unit from the one guy at the same time. Now, the AC unit, of course, I'm going to break that down. As long as it takes, that can get pushed to the side until I get to it. But
Yep.
I can't leave half my driveway covered in scrap for days, weeks. I already had it in my yard for like a day. I did what I could break down for that day. But my husband would have gotten froze the next day. It would have been in my yard for like at least 4 days if I wouldn't have gotten it out that day. Just taking what I did and breaking the copper I could off, cutting the cords, taking the compressors off the ones that I could easily get off, getting the brass, aluminum, and copper out of like the stove and stuff that I could. It still took me from the time I started at 7 a.m. until I think I got done at the scrapyard around 4:30 that day. They closed at 4:30. It was either 4 or 4:30. If I would have done what I did, I would have ended up having it sitting in my yard for at least another 2 or 3 days, and I would have chanced a fine from the town at that point. I had to get it out of my yard. I had way more than I needed.
She lives in a pucker butt town, as far as I'm concerned. They've got their heads so far up their asses, they've got ordinance for breathing funny and looking at people funny. It's just the way it is. There are some towns like that, and she lives in one of them. So she had to make a choice at that point. She had gotten so much scrap so quickly, and she was too busy to be able to scrap it properly. So what's the option? Well, let's bring it to the scrapyard. Let's just give it all a shred and call it a day. Sometimes it happens. But you shouldn't condemn a scrapper for doing that.
You're not a true scrapper until you can't pull your car in the driveway and you get a fine I got a fine for picking scrap up.
How dare you not break that stuff down? Exactly. This is what I'm talking about.
And to be fair, one of those refrigerators and that, I wasn't breaking that down if you paid me. I barely wanted to take the cord off that damn thing. It was disgusting. I think there might have been a dead cat inside of it. No, thank you. Like, there was one, I got it from it was from an apartment complex. The people moved out. The people were alive when they moved out. Don't know how the hell they lived in the situation they lived in, because standing outside the apartments, you could smell it to the extent of like, you're going to get sick. And the guy had begged me. He's like, please take this. It was covered in all the best thing I could guess, urine. That's the best thing I could guess, because it was like yellow and it stunk like urine. But they didn't have cats. They did at one point. I guess they had at one point 2 cats. They didn't have cats for at least a year. The one tenant told me, because it's the cat rescue lady I deal with. They had not had cats for at least a year. And the guys that were doing the cleanup were like, yeah, we think we found the solidified cat in the house as we did the clean out. It was disgusting. Like, this fridge was nasty. I wasn't doing any more touching of that fridge than I had to do. I wore gloves to load that into the car. I cut the cord and I threw that shit. I didn't want nothing else off that goddamn thing because that involved me touching it.
Well, and let's also be perfectly honest, guys. I mean, the refrigerators, they have coolant in it and whatnot. I mean, if it wasn't broken or emptied or whatnot, she shouldn't really be emptying them out herself, if you know what I mean. So, there's really not too many options there. So she, that's another reason why she pretty much brought it in the way she did.
So this necklace I bought.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
Hey, Gil.
Hey, Troy. Hey, nobody.
Yeah, I still like that. Humans weren't made with cookie cutters. Exactly.
Yep. I completely agree. And like I said, on the flip side, you're absolutely correct. There are some there have been commenters on my channel that have
I wore gloves.
They have transformed it. Like all those comments about wearing gloves paid off, didn't it, Crystal? No.
Well, in this case, I used some disposable gloves. I don't know if they would have really protected my hands all that much, but I didn't touch the pissy shits.
Don't worry, guys. She bathes in hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I'm just used to smelling at this point. I'll take a shower and 10 minutes later I'm like, ew.
Casually unfiltered Culvers, welcome.
Thumbs up.
Psh, high five. I was wondering if you were going to do it.
It just now popped up that someone even came into the stream. Mine's going slow.
That's weird because you've got lightning fast internet and I've got mouse on a wheel internet.
Yeah, but no, I do enjoy getting the comments. You do sometimes get comments where I'm like, man, I didn't even think of that, or I didn't even realize that was a valuable metal. I should have kept. I'm still learning. I'm 3 months into scrapping, and I've gotten pretty good at figuring out what's what, but I'm still learning. So yeah, the comments can be great, but at the same time, cut me some slack, motherfucker. I'm learning.
Absolutely. I completely agree. And oh my God, I can only imagine the ACR scrapper. Holy crap.
Yeah, I was dry heaving getting that fridge, and then the other couple things I grabbed, I don't know, it was disgusting.
I know it's you, Chris. I know. It's cool. It is good to see you, man. And thank you. Don't forget the likes, guys. If you could hit the likes, it'd be great to have 50 likes tonight. What do you say? Please. And thank you.
And that's the other thing. And Scrapping Together has a good point there. When you have, if you're bringing the stuff home and leaving it sitting in your yard, your driveway for long periods of time, they could have bugs, they could have rodents, they could attract bugs, they could attract rodents.
Right.
And that's the thing too. You have to be cautious to the extent, especially with that fridge. I didn't even want to touch it. I don't know what bugs they had in that damn house, but I didn't want them.
There you go. Instead of the disposable, easy to break stuff.
I just put disposable because I wanted to throw them away after touching that fridge.
Yeah, I kind of understand what Crystal was saying. Is Jesus, they're contaminated now, and I don't want to contaminate my washing machine because it would die.
No, it was disgusting. I found all the hand wipes basically in the CVS dumpster. I keep a pack of those in the car, and I think I used 20 of those wipes. I was sitting there, I'm like, ew, and they were yellow, yellow afterwards. I'm like, oh, I'm taking a shower now.
That's nasty. When they're yellow like that, of course, it's a sign of a smoker in the house too. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. See, exactly. You can. I've had a few of those though.
That's why I got myself a nice little power washer.
No, I did that one pickup.
You beat me to it, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You guys, hey, you don't need to take your personal squabbles into the stream, okay? So if you have any problem with anybody in here, you don't need to bring it here. That's my only request. You guys can be in here and hanging out, and I mean, most everybody knows that anyway. So you want to hang out, fine, but don't be disrespectful to anybody else in the chat.
And I'm not letting you hang out if you come in here with shit names. And I mean shit names of when you're cutting down one of our people. No.
Oh shoot! What the heck happened? See,
because you did the same thing at the same time I did.
Yeah. Well, everybody's trying to do it. Thank you.
Yeah. If you come in here with a shit name, you can be as nice as you want to be. But if you're sitting there attacking one of our subscribers, our friends, we will get rid of you.
Well, see, the thing is that's why I have an army of blue in here. I mean, you start acting like, penis monkeys.
Yeah.
You're going to get kicked in your penis monkey.
You ain't gonna walk after you fucking come through here. But no, yeah, it's. I had one pickup the one time, and the people were handicapped. I'm guessing they had cats as well. They moved out and left a completely nasty, disgusting mess. And like everything was covered in urine, basically cat urine, and it was like medical supplies. So like a lot of it was aluminum, and I'm like, I can't leave it. So I'm like, I'm loading the stuff up, like dry heaving. The guy was helping me because he was like, I'll help you, and he's like dry heaving, and he's the one that does this for a living, cleaning this stuff out. And I'm at the junkyard just throwing in, just like, ugh. And I get done, and everyone's watching me, and I take the wipes, and I'm just dousing myself with wipes, and I'm like, this is so disgusting. This is the grossest thing ever. I got done with that because I did 2 loads from there because the first load was full. The second load I got done. I went home and like took the longest hot shower I could. Bruce, thumbs up.
High five. Great to see you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been an interesting evening. You know, we're talking about commenters that don't know jack shit about anybody, but yet they think they know them and could belittle them and whatever. We talked about poorly videotaping and recording people's boobies by accident, and
angles matter, guys.
Angles matter, exactly. Angles matter. And then of course, we got our trolls that like to come in and say stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
So I just like I said, be respectful. You don't need to come in here and be like that. It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
It took you a week. Yeah, I think it definitely is something that you walk away feeling like you can't clean yourself enough. Yeah, Gulf Coast, I totally knew, and I like for some reason, I don't know what it is, but it like pauses on you. Like I'm trying to do stuff and it's like, nope. Okay, there it worked. Me and Gil were both taking care of it at the same time. I think that's what the problem was.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Terra Firma, you're absolutely correct. I mean, it's true. I mean, the most ignorant of people think they know you the most. So not true.
And it's the
farthest from the truth, I should say.
As far as I'm concerned, a person that is unwilling to listen to your point and try to see your point, learn something new, or attempt to see that there's multiple ways of doing most things in life, they are the lowest of the low as far as intelligence goes. There's not one way to do anything. If you can't accept that, you have no intelligence at all. I don't care if you're the smartest person around. You have no intelligence if you think there's only one way of solving everything.
But why? Why leave it alone, Shark Scrapper? You know you want to say something.
Take a stab.
It's right at the tip of your tongue, so why not say it? I don't. Oh man, it's been a while since I've had to deal with trolls.
Same here.
So yeah, as long as I just be good, guys. Be good. I mean, crying out loud. I have respect for you, so have respect for everybody else in here. That's all I care.
Yeah, it's just it's been a long time for me too. And heck, I got Dick Marks, the troll that became my mod.
I know. How the hell did that? It always happens.
When we modded him, and I've told him this, okay, West Coast trim hits. You guys, as of right now, I'm going to say you're fine. I hope that's the case. I don't want to not acknowledge you if you're a person, but
right. I mean, thumbs up and a high five if you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
There we go.
But what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying now.
I don't know. All I know is
My sidetracks. Yeah.
life can grab you by the balls sometimes.
All the time. All the time.
Well, in your case, other things.
It grabs me by the tits.
Okay, well, you said it, not me.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, yeah. So we've gone through our, our comments. People that comment that don't know. They think they know what they're talking about, but they really don't know what they're talking about.
Squirrel. That's exactly it.
Yep.
I'm very good at that squirrel thing. Like I keep looking out my window at my smoker. Like, is it still smoking? Yeah, it's still smoking.
Gil's going to record it.
It's saying
I'm talking about.
Gil's going to record it. Mad saying, okay, I can't talk.
I'm still working on the angles, Shark. I'm still working on those angles. I got a tripod for that.
What are we recording again?
I don't even know anymore.
We got a tripod too.
Set the damn thing up, and whatever happens, happens. So, but all right. So, let's talk about everybody's weekend. Did everybody have a good weekend? Did anything exciting happen this weekend? Did anybody have any milestones this weekend? Did anybody have any gallstones this weekend? I want to talk about it.
Hey, I got through a weekend, and it's semi okay. So we're just gonna go with that.
Brutal's massive plug. What?
Sometimes Jesus.
Well, it's funny because some of the stuff we can't. I'm not going to bust anybody's chops for saying stuff like that because we're saying stuff like that.
But at the same time, looking at the profile picture and everything else, we know already it's a troll.
Well, if I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to watch what happens, and let gravity
Endless
take its
vlogs.
toll.
Gravity takes
It is
its
good to
toll
see
because
endless
the
vlogs.
hate
What's
real
going on,
low.
sweetheart? So yeah. So I don't know what everybody's problem is with Jenny or what anybody has a problem with Jenny. I mean, she's a good person.
Yeah, I don't get it. I
don't understand that either. But whatever issues you guys have, just take it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've never understood why people decide that, and it's the safety of behind the computer screen. They aren't showing their face. They can say what they want, and they don't have to worry about being known of who they are. And it's ridiculous that they attack someone. Jenny is a good person. She's never done any harm to anyone. Just leave her alone.
Yeah, I have to
come
agree.
On this platform, enjoy herself, and
so
just leave her alone.
So that brings us to the next topic: trolls. Why are trolls trolls? And why do they feel it necessary to smear someone else that may have just simply had a bad day?
Whew, 2 truckloads of plastic waste. That's insane, ACR. But that's the thing, that's the thing that some people don't understand either. When you go into this micro scrapping and you start scrapping things down like that, you're going to get a lot of plastic. And then you have to get rid of that plastic. And that can get to be a hassle as well. But why do trolls troll? some of them, like Dick Marks is one. He just did it for fun, I think. It was just something he did just to get a good laugh, but he was never a brutal or mean troll. He just did stuff just over the edge a little bit just to kind of get the laugh out of people. And he was never brutal. I think he just did it just to have a laugh, honestly, because he's got some shitty stuff going on in his life. So I think he did it just to kind of laugh himself and kind of lighten his own mood. Other trolls, I think they've got their own drama, dilemmas, and they're just trying to make themselves feel better while they hurt someone else. People that are bullies like that, typically, they're trying to make themselves feel better.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, people tend to have a bad day, or they tend to lose hope. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be, you start getting jagged, and you start becoming resentful and lash out at the world. And I think a lot of people end up resorting to that when you don't necessarily need to. You lose out on, friendships that way. You lose out on opportunities that way, by being a proverbial dick. I mean, don't be a proverbial dick.
And I think some people just, I don't know. I was bullied horribly as a kid, really. And that was back before internet was really much of a thing. Like, people went on AOL chat rooms. That was what you got back then. But back then it was, I don't think it was as severe because people had to bully to your face. Now people can hide behind their computer and they can bully, and they don't have to deal with the backlash, really.
Yeah.
And they attack the weaker ones, the weaker people that can't take it, can't help themselves, and just, it's not right. Alexander Octopus Cortez. Consider them human sometimes, though. I've seen them attack others with the accounts named after their targets. Yeah, and there's some crazy stuff that
What the hell is going on tonight? Yes, I know. I hear you, Shark Scrapper. I kind of do the same exact thing.
I kind of resorted to the same thing when my transmission went out the other day. I was like, what can I break today that's not going to cost me money to fix later?
Exactly.
Or I just clam into my own little world and tell everyone to fuck off and leave me alone.
Pretty much.
Gil got that exact thing. Like, he knew what all was going on. He goes, "Do you want to talk?" No. I'm here if you want to talk. I don't want to talk to anyone. He's like, I get it. Okay.
I get it. I'm here if you want to talk later on. Bye now.
I know. Bye.
But yeah. I didn't really get a whole lot done this weekend. I went to see my daughter's soccer game. It was a kick-ass game, but they lost 3-2.
See, Mike was off yesterday. It was his only day he was off. So we had yesterday to just kind of hang out and just get some stuff done around the house, but we really didn't get much done. But and today's just kind of been, you see it. I spent a lot of yesterday trying to finish off the last of the canning and stuff. I had a lot of canning to do.
I never learned how to do that.
I self-taught myself, and I that's the thing. I enjoy learning new things. I enjoy taking new things that I didn't know and doing my research, learning it. It's what I enjoy. I like to constantly learn, but I don't like to constantly learn like the typical textbook style. I like learning the hands-on stuff. So like canning is something I really enjoyed learning. No one in my family ever canned. So it was all self-taught. And I love it. I love it. And it's just, I'm proud of something that I can do that no one else in my family did.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Maybe I'll take it on at some point myself. See, I don't grow gardens up here. I don't have a green thumb. It's more of a brown thumb. Not because of what you might think, you know.
Sarah's cross country headbanging tour. Hey, if you live with your mother and you're almost 50, that's fine. No judgment. No judgment. I'm a failed actress. We can talk about that.
I don't feel too bad. I'm broke too.
Did you mean to do that, Gil?
I reversed it.
I was like, maybe I shouldn't be a mod. Laugh out loud. I'm like, I don't think that was intentional.
Nope.
I got a call for a freezer. Ooh, a freezer that was full of turkey feet that the power was off for 3 weeks. I could not say no, thank you, fast enough. That's a lot of pressure.
Mother.
Huh?
Is the bin out there dry clothes or no?
Yes,
like
that's dry
representative
clothes.
thing? Okay. Got it. And then if it's still raining, can me and Troy go play in the rain?
Oh, that happens a
No
lot. Scrapping Irish.
lightning, yeah. And can you let the dogs out because they're like starting to howl?
Okay.
Well, guys, I think we're approaching on 2 hours. I was going to do this for like an hour and a half tops, but things got really interesting, so I decided to stick around for a little longer.
And I have to answer the one thing, scrapping together. I've totally done something similar, but it's usually not something that I need to keep around.
Thank you, Scrapping Irish. But so yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and end it now. I want to thank all of you for stopping in and sharing your 2 cents. For those of you that came in and started talking about Jenny or trolling me because Jenny was in the chat, or I don't have an issue with Jenny, fuck off. You guys are just nothing but ignoramus assholes. Not sure what your deal is with Jenny, but grow up a little bit and take it somewhere else and, buy yourself a beer.
Neighbor
Something.
girl, hello and goodbye.
Maybe smoke some weed, make yourself feel a little better. Get out of your mother's basement. Whatever it takes. I don't care. But until the next time, for the rest of you respectable folk, you have a scrap happy day. See ya.
See ya.